What's going on? My name is George, and in this video, I'm going to show you exactly step by step on how to start a drop servicing business. Now, instead of answering all of your questions in a presentation style format, what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to show you how to actually pick a niche, how to build a website, how to create your first advertisements, and how to run your first ad campaign. This video is going to be a step-by-step walkthrough, so you can literally watch over my shoulder how I create a new Shopify store, how I choose a niche, how I create ads. So if you're a beginner and you want to start a drop servicing business, then this video is for you. I will try and make this tutorial as complete as possible, so by the end of this video, you are going to know exactly step by step on how you can start your very own drop servicing business. This tutorial is going to be broken down into 4 main parts. In the first part, we're going to look at how you can choose a niche, what service you're actually going to sell. In the second part of this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to set up a high converting e-commerce store. We're going to go all the way from setting up the store to actually making all the edits and making the store look nice. In the third part of this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can create your first Facebook ad. And in the fourth part of this tutorial, I'm going to walk you through how to set up your first Facebook ad campaign. I'm super excited for this tutorial and I can't wait to start. But before we do, all I ask of you is just to gently tap that like button. It really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. All right, so without further ado, let's get started with this tutorial. All right, first things first, you need to research and you need to choose what kind of a service you're going to sell. Now, there are many different possibilities of what you can sell. You can sell website designs, you can sell different services such as book covers, but in this particular tutorial, I would like to teach you how you can start a drop servicing business around custom portraits. Now, if this is your first time watching one of my videos, then you probably don't know, but I recently sold a drop servicing website called turnswifty.com. On that website, we used to draw people as Rick and Morty style characters. And so because I successfully ran and sold a drop servicing store centered around custom portraits, this is exactly what I'm gonna teach you because I have experience with this and I wouldn't wanna teach you something that I haven't done myself. Okay, so the easiest way to choose your custom portrait niche is to go onto etsy.com and search for custom portraits. So custom portraits, and right here you can see that there are many different kinds of custom portraits. There are some with pets, there are some these kind of minimalistic illustrations in these like pastel kind of colors. And then if we scroll down, you can see here that there are actually a lot of these different custom illustrations. And you know, this is really up to you because basically anything that is listed right here on Etsy is proven to have demand for, right? So you can see, for example, these pet portraits are very popular, right? And then, for example, there are some cartoonish, so like this one, right, from Sweden. And then also, what else is there? Yeah, so my website, turnswifty.com, we actually drew people like this, right? And Rick and Morty style characters. But just a quick warning, I wouldn't recommend you do anything related to copyright because it's going to be much easier for you later on down the line to avoid any problems because we actually got a DMCA from Cartoon Networks for kind of stealing their style. But yeah, just a kind of a tip from experience, don't use any cartoon style. Instead, stick to something that is a little bit more neutral. For example, something like this or something like this. Now, also an important thing I want to say here is that when you're doing your research, you want to kind of understand who you're going to be targeting, right? So for example, check out this listing. You can see that their first keyword says couple portrait. And you can see here, there is a picture right, there is an arrow shows that this picture can be turned into a frame poster like that. So let's take a look, for example, at this listing. So I really like this listing, and I think this is something that we can do ourselves. So let's use this as an example for this tutorial. All right, so you went onto Etsy, you looked at the different styles they have, and you've chosen the one you like the most. You also thought about who you're going to be targeting, right? Is it couples? Is it families? And so forth. The next step is to create an e-commerce website. Now, there are different ways to create an e-commerce website, but the one I like the most is Shopify. To create a Shopify store, we actually need a Gmail, and I came a little bit unprepared for this video, so I will need to create a Gmail account, and then we will need to jump inside of Shopify and create a new store. All right, now that we have the Gmail account, it's time to go onto Shopify and start creating our e-commerce store. So let's search for Shopify and let's start creating our Shopify store. And our store name is going to be, what's going to be? So let's focus on couples, and let's say, for example, couple digital illustrations. All right, couple digital illustrations is going to be the name of our store. All right, we're inside of Shopify and it's time to create our store. Let's go to online stores and let's create our first store. So the preset here is a debut theme, and I actually recommend you use this theme because I found this to be the best theme and all of my websites work on debut. So we just click customize and let's get down to customizing the store. So what I like to do is I like to optimize for mobile from the get-go, because 90% of your traffic is going to come from Facebook and Instagram anyway, and you want to make sure that it looks good on mobile because that's where it's going to be the most of your traffic and most of your conversions. And also, something that I want to say here, very important, is that you want to focus first on the product page, right? And because that's where you're going to be driving your traffic. And actually here, I'm a bad tutor, but we need to first create our product in order to create our website. So let's go back and let's create our product first. So we click products, add product, and let's use this illustration here. So let's use this illustration here. Let's use this one. This one. We'll use this. We'll basically just take all of their illustrations that they have and we'll just create a product with that. Why come up with anything new when we can just use what's already proven to work, right? And they have 510 sales, so we know that this is working for them. And you know, we are just doing this to start the store. Obviously, once you start getting a couple of sales, then you want to make sure that you create your own images and not just take someone else's. So this should be enough. We have about 9 images. Let's upload this onto our store. And let's make a name for our product. So let's call it custom digital couple portrait, right? And then we can also, and then let's take the description. All right, so for the description, let's start with how to order. All right, so for the description, let's go to turnyellow.com and let's steal their illustration. And let's steal their description. And if you're wondering why I'm stealing Turned Yellow and I didn't take from Etsy, it's because these guys have proven to work and they have a lot of traffic. My computer is gonna explode right now, but let's just take their description for now, make some edits to it, and yeah. So let's make a couple of edits here. So we're gonna select the number of people or animals to include. Okay, we're going to select the background color, and we're then also going to give the option of upload your photos. All right, so that should be enough. And then we're gonna write place your order. Unlimited revisions guaranteed, fast turnaround over, we can just say that over 10,000, over 1,000 people, over 1,000 happy customers. Please provide as much information as possible, la 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 la, any details not specified. Okay, great. Please note that this is a digital product audience. You do want to include this. This is very important because people are going to message you and say, when am I getting my print? When am I getting my poster? And you want to have that on your website, so you are saying that this is a digital product only. And then we are not, once you receive your order, you can print it out. That's it, we're not gonna have this. All right, let's just save this. All right, let's make the product active. All right, so the product is active. The next thing we want to do is we want to add variants and pricing. So the first thing we had was we had the number of people. So this is basically the variants people are going to have. People are going to be choosing when they land on our website. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to charge people for each person, right? So one person is going to be one price, two people is going to be another price, and so forth. And our goal here is to get people to order two people, since we're targeting couples, and we should, and we want to get around $70 for that. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Then we're going to have another variant here, which is going to be background color. And then we're going to have something like sky. Let's see which ones we have here. We can have sky, terracotta, dusky peach. We can have cream, and we can have something like beige. All right, these sound nice. And then we need to set our pricing, right? So availability, first let's save this. So let's put the pricing here. So let's put it at, my store is in euros because I'm in Finland, but yours is probably going to be in the currency that you're in. The prices I recommend you do is $34.95 for each person, right? So one person is going to be 35, and then this one is going to be 69.95, and so forth. And then this one is going to be 104.95. We just want to put the pricing here, and this one is going to be 100, quick math, 139. I think that should be about right. And then 140 plus 35, that's 169.95. And like this. And then like this, I think, if I'm correct. If I'm doing my math wrong here, pardon me. I did not prepare too well for this, but I think this should be about right. So we have our number of people, we have the background color, and the last thing we have left to do is the ability for the customer to upload their photos, right? So let's check how it looks right now. We go to catalog and we go to our custom digital couple portrait. All right, so let's have this let's give this a quantity. So we're gonna edit quantities and we're gonna put 1,000, apply to all, and save. All right, so now we have the description and everything. It all looks really good. So so now what we have left to do is we have quite a bit of stuff. We need to add the buttons for the customer to upload their photos. We need to have the logo. We need to add all of the different pages on our websites. It's not too many. We just need to add the legal pages and then a couple of pages for the main menu. And yeah, and that should be, and then we also need to add an image or two on the homepage. So let's do that right now. So after we are done with the product page, the next thing we want to do is we want to go to the Shopify App Store and we want to get an app that will enable the customers to upload their photos. Now, I recommend you use Uploadery. I've tried different ones and I found that Uploadery works the best. And it is $20 a month. So let's get this. And then, so what we need to do is we want to go to option sets. We want to create a new option set and let's call this upload your image here. And then we have all products because we only have one product in the store. So we're going to label it image 1. And then we're going to go upload your image here. And then that should be about right. How many images did we say? Right, well, we'll just stick to, so basically if you want to offer your customers the ability to upload more than one photo, then what you want to do is you want to add another custom field, right? And you want to say, for example, extra image 1, right? And then here you're going to say image 2. And this is basically adding these custom fields is basically adding more buttons onto your product page. So let me show you how that looks. Hopefully everything should look now. It says that it may take a few minutes to display. So let's allow for that. But I think that it should go right after the description. Okay, so you can see right here. Now the customers, when they land onto our store, they can choose a file to upload, choose the number of people, and choose the background color. So if you want to have the buttons after the variant, so after the number of people and after the background color, you can ask a web developer, you can find them easily on Fiverr, to move that for you. It should be done with code, right? I don't know how to do it myself, but I usually just ask my web developer to move that for me. It takes a minute or two. It's super simple. You just take that piece of code and you move it down, right? But if you have no problem and you can, you don't want to change anything and you're in a budget, then you can just keep it there, and you can upload, you can change the order of the description. So you can have the upload your photos first, and then select the number of people second, and then select background color as third, right? So that's up to you, but this app allows us to have these buttons, which is super handy for this strategy that we're doing, okay? So now that we have the app, the next step is to get the legal pages for our store, because if we don't have the legal pages on our website, then we won't be able to run Facebook ads, because our ads is simply not going to be approved, right? So that is also very important. You want to go to legal, and you want to make sure that you add these templates here. And Shopify makes it super easy. You just kind of click create these 3 templates. You save them. You open a new tab, an online store. How much time are we running? Okay, I think we're still good. By the way, the reason I'm watching how much time I'm recording is because these cameras that I'm recording on, they switch off every 30 minutes. Well, this is unnecessary information, but if you're ever gonna buy a camera and start a YouTube channel, just know that every 30 minutes, your camera is going to automatically pause, because they do that to not overheat the cameras. But anyway, you wanna go to pages, and you wanna create these legal pages. So super simple. You just want to have the refund policy. You copy this text, what I just did now. You paste it here. You put the refund policy. Then you create another page. You do the privacy policy. And then lastly, you do the terms of service. All right, now that you created your legal pages, you want to add them to the footer navigation. So you go to navigation, and then you click footer menu, and then you add link pages. You want to add the refund policy. Okay, then you want to add the, we need to give it time, pages. Okay, there we go, privacy policy. And then the last one is the terms of service. All right, so we have that. Now these pages are added to the footer, right? What is the next thing we want to do? Okay, the next thing we want a very simple logo, and the logo should tie in nicely with the name of the store, with the domain, right? So I'm not gonna do it for the purposes of this video, but to buy a domain on Shopify, you go to domains right here, and you click buy new domain, right? And then you type in custom digital portraits, and it's most likely going to be available. Oh, it's unavailable. Okay, it's unavailable, but you want to come up with some kind of a name, buy a domain. But let me show you how you can create a logo super simple and for free. So you go to Canva. Okay, so I was editing the video, and I realized that with this whole logo part, I just went too crazy into depth with it, and I started thinking about the name of the store, the actual one, and then I had some troubles with Canva and stuff like that. So yeah, there are a bunch of videos on YouTube, and I'm not gonna show you in this video how to create the logo. But eventually what I did was I just created a logo in Photoshop. You can also do it with Canva if you have Photoshop, if you know how to do that. Great, but you can do it also for free with Canva. You just need to have an account for that. But yeah, I'm not gonna include this part. It's way too long, way too boring. So I'm just gonna skip the whole logo part and jump to the next part. Now we have the logo, we're gonna put it onto our store. We need to create 2 more pages. So let's create the frequently asked questions. Let's create the, Man. Let's create a contact page. And then right here, the template suffix, you want to change it to page.contact. This is going to make your page like with fields that form with like name, email, and stuff like that, right? Very handy. And then the third page you want to create is reviews. And by the way, I'm also going to show you how to add reviews to your store as well. All right, we have this. Now we want to add these 3 pages to the main menu now. So we are going to delete this. We're going to change this catalog to create yours now. And we're going to have it go to that product that we have. All right. Then we're going to have reviews. We're gonna lead it to the reviews page. And then we're gonna have the frequently asked questions. And we're gonna have the contacts. So we save this in the main menu. All right, let's go to online store, and now let's customize the actual website. Let's go to the product page and let's see if everything looks good on the product page. All right, so we have the slider, looks good. We have the number of people. We'll have the buttons here. They don't show here, but they'll show on the actual website. You want to change the colors. So let's go ahead and let's play around with the colors a bit. So headings and links, let's just go to black, body text, black, button, sale price, red, primary buttons. So the thing about primary buttons is that some people say you need a green one. Some people say you need a red one. Well, it doesn't really matter which color your add to cart button is. The only thing that matters is the isolation effect. So if your whole page is done in one color, you want that add to cart button to be a completely different color so it stands out, right? So there's that isolation effect. So you see, it's really bright, it stands out. All right. Everything else looks good. I'm not gonna change much stuff here, because we're keeping the website super simple. If you wanna do more editing to your liking, then feel free to do so. Let's change all of these to my favorite font, which is this Montserrat. All right, looks good. I'm not gonna add the social media, I'm not gonna add the favicon, I'm not gonna add all of this. Oh yeah, you wanna go to checkout and you wanna add the logo here. So when people are checking out, the logo of the checkout is gonna be on top as well. You can have it in the middle, in the center, and you can have it as medium size. By the way, very handy tool right here, color picker if you're using Google Chrome. Just like, you can pick colors from here, so I don't have to look for it. Bam, same color, easy. Accents blue, buttons green, errors red. All right, let's save this. This looks pretty good. Let's change the home page now. So what was on the home page? We had an image with text overlay. All right, let's choose one of the pictures that we saved. So let's choose this, for example. How's this gonna look? Okay, this doesn't look too good. Can we change it? Alignments, full width, fixed width. No. Can we make it small? Okay, we can make it small. It looks good. Let's just get some text right here. So unique illustrations or custom portraits for your loved one. Custom portrait for your loved one. All right. And then we're not going to use this text. Custom portraits for your loved ones. Custom portraits for your loved ones. All right. Button label, create yours now. And then we wanted to go to our product page. Boom. Nice and bright. And then here, I'm gonna remove all of this. I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna add a section which is the featured product. Do they have it here? Product, featured products. We don't want this. Enable image zoom, enable video looping. All right. Let's put this product on top and let's select our product. And then the last thing you want to do here is you want to go back to the Shopify store. Let me first preview the store for you. So let's go to inspect. This is the best way to inspect the store for mobile. Okay, so this is how our store looks right now, and this is what our customers are going to see. They're gonna scroll through the images here. They're gonna click on them. And it looks really nice. It's all about couples, and we can see here that it says custom digital couple portrait. The price is $34.95, that's the base price, and then we have 2 upload image buttons right here, which they can click, and then they will be able to choose their images. If you want 1 or more button, you can go back to where I said how you can add those custom fields. If you want 1 button, just make 1 button. If you want more than 2 or 3, then do more buttons. Here they can choose the number of people, the background color, and then this is the instruction on how to order. Obviously you want to make this a little bit more nicer, but I want to keep this tutorial fairly short and not make it too long. And yeah, then we have the review here. And this is where we're going to send our traffic, which is going to be the next part of this tutorial. All right, so we're now jumping to the third part of the tutorial on how to create your first Facebook ad. So you're in Facebook ad, click create, you want to choose conversions, and then you want to click continue. By the way, before you start creating this, you want to make sure that in Shopify, you have connected the Facebook account to your Shopify store, right? So you are tracking your customers and you're tracking people who are on your website. All right, so let's go to the ad. That's going to be the first section. I'm going to show you how to create the ad. And then the fourth section is I'm going to show you the settings inside of the ad set on how you should, or how I recommend you set up the campaign. So you can see right here, Search 50 Art, because that was the store I sold. So let's just go with Mew Cat Lover. That was the Mew Cat Lover was actually the first ever my Shopify store, which I created back when I was in the army about 4 years ago. So yeah, it brings back a lot of memories. So let's create an ad. And for the purpose of this tutorial, and what's actually working for me on my main store right now as well, is a single image. So just a static image. And what we're going to do is we're just going to click add medium. And we are going to use that image that we took from Etsy. The one with an arrow. So we're going to use that. This one. These were all the ads that we were running for turnshifty.com. I have a lot of videos on my channel about this. I'm super transparent, so if you want to check it out, feel free to do. But it just shows that that I do drop servicing myself and I do these custom portraits myself, okay? So we're gonna use this. And yeah, you can, I wanna say that you can start off with an image, but you know, if you see that it's starting to work, then you know, go ahead and you know, create other ads, because you know, the thing with advertising is that there is no such a thing as right or wrong. I'm actually reading a book right now, Tested Advertising Methods, and he says that, you know, test, test, test. It's all about testing. You need to test what works for you, because every ad account is different, every market is different, and so forth. So you really want to, you know, test. But I'm giving you kind of what has worked for me and what is working for me now, and what's the kind of the industry standard, okay? So you've chosen this thing, and you can see that it's already looking nice. You know, it's already looking nice. When people are gonna scroll through, they're probably gonna stop because it looks really nice. But let's create some text, some headlines, and yeah. So for the website URL, you want to copy your domain. You want to go to the product page, and you want to copy this product page. Okay. Then you want to put that into your website URL. All right, so for the primary text. Now, a piece of advice on copywriting is you want to appeal to the people's self-interest, right? So in this case, and by the way, from my experience, it shows that the people who buy the most these portraits are women. And if you go to the Etsy thing here and you read through the reviews, you can see that almost 100% of the reviews are from women, right? And it just, Anna, Stephanie, Katharina, it just shows that most likely for this custom portrait, women are going to be much more profitable for you than men, okay? So let's have that as an assumption for our ad. And then let's say something that we are targeting couples, so let's say something like this. Primary text. We want to hook them right away. So let's say that this is my boyfriend, let's put this like this. My boyfriend was suspicious. My boyfriend was suspicious. My boyfriend was suspicious of this gift that I got him. But when he unpacked it, and then we have the 3, and then we'll go skip to the next one. So it kind of, this is a hook, right? My boyfriend was suspicious of this gift that I got him. My boyfriend was suspicious of this gift that I got him, but when he unpacked it, and then we can say that thousands of women are making their boyfriends happy with these custom portraits, right? So we want to project what is the emotional benefit to these women, right? So we can say that they are, you know, they're going to make their boyfriend happy if they get this custom portrait. You also want to use emojis and stuff, but I'm not going to do it in this case right now. And then you can say something that you get the benefits of owning, right? So they're going to be happy, their boyfriend is going to be happy. And then you can say something that like unlimited revisions. You can say satisfaction, quick turnaround. and professional or talented artists, right? Then you can also use the star here. So let's actually go ahead and use the emojis to make it look nice. Quick turnaround, talented artists, unlimited revisions. And then we are also going to use this heart face emoji right here. All right. And also another thing that I recommend you do here is you write multiple different primary texts and multiple different headlines different from each other to give the Facebook algorithm the chance to serve different texts to different people in different moods, right? Because if you watch the movie Social Dilemma, these algorithms are so powerful that they know, when we are in a different mood, right? Because during the day, our mood fluctuates, right? Sometimes we're on our phone fast, sometimes we go on our phone for a longer time, and the algorithm knows all of this, all these behaviors, and so you wanna cater your ad to all of these different behaviors, right? So hopefully that makes sense, and but basically you wanna give the algorithm many different variations of your copy. And then for the headline, we're gonna just be like, create yours now. Once again, you want to add different options. And then for the description, we're just gonna put 50% off, right? Or no, we're actually gonna say, we're gonna copy this. We're gonna put 5 stars. We're gonna say rated 4.9 out of 5. And then here we're gonna choose shop now. And this is our first ad. You can see right here. And you can see that our first line is gonna hook them. So my boyfriend was suspicious of this gift that I got him, but when he unpacked it, ... So that makes them want to read more. And then they say that, and then they see that thousands of women are making their boyfriends happy with these custom portraits, unlimited revisions, quick turnaround, talented artists. And then we also want to add here, get yours, create yours now. And we want to put a little arrow here, and we're gonna create, so it's portonick.com. And then you can have something like portonick.com and then like 50% off. All right, so this is our ad. It looks pretty nice to me. We have a hook, we have the emotional benefit, we have some features of the product, and then we have the call to action, right? It looks really nice. And and this is going to be your first ad. And then the image here shows that, there is a photo that is being turned into a portrait or a digital illustration. All right, so now we have the website, you have your first ad, and now finally the last step is to actually create your first Facebook ad campaign and launch your ad. So let me show you how I usually do this. So we want to name the campaign Worldwide Purchase. Let's stick with that for a second. We're not going to click campaign budget optimization. Same thing here, Worldwide Purchase. And then you want to choose your pixel here. And then you want to choose your budget. So when it comes to a budget, most people overthink it, but you just want to work with whatever you can, right? So for example, if you have $5 a day, then, put $5 a day. But if you have 10, then 10, 100, whatever, right? The only thing that is going to change for the budget is how fast you collect data, right? So if you have it at €5 a day, then you're going to collect data very slow. But if you have it at more, then you're going to have more data. You're going to see much faster what is working and what is not working, and you'll be able to optimize, basically get results much faster, right? The more budget you have, the faster you get results. The lower budget you have, the slower you do get the results. But I usually have my ad sets at 10 euros a day. That's what I feel comfortable spending in a day. But once it starts working, you can have your budget at 50 or 350. That's up to you. So location, where you're going to remove Finland and where you're going to click worldwide. Now, when it comes to these ad set settings, I like to keep it as broad as possible, right? Because I truly believe in the power of these algorithms. And my thinking is that you just need to spend enough money on Facebook for it to, give you good purchases and good buyers. However, when it comes to genders, for this particular offer, for these custom portraits, we want women, because we can see right here that all of them are women on Etsy. And if they're all women on Etsy, then chances are they're going to be women on Facebook as well, right? Same buyers. And then this is just a little thing that I can tell you, because I'm doing these custom portraits, and the settings that work for me is 18 to 34, right? 18 to 34 women. That is who buys. And this is kind of the most broad thing you can do, right? If you don't want to use any detailed targeting, you can just stick to this, to 18 to 34 women worldwide, and let algorithm decide who to show ads to, right? It's gonna start like showing ads to different women, and then the ones who engage is gonna start digging deeper and deeper, right? Finally finding you those buyers. Remember how I said in the beginning that we are going to target couples, and that's the kind of title we have on our website, and that's the images we have. So most likely the best interest for this is going to be in a relationship. This is probably going to be the best interest or behavior in this case. Relationship status, demographic. It's not a behavior, sorry. It's a demographic relationship status in this case, right? So I would actually run this. It just requires me to, do a little bit of more setting up from the Facebook ad side. But I would actually try this out. And I think, if you're watching this and you want to try it out, man, this would actually work pretty well. My only suggestion is don't kill your ad sets too quickly, right? So have these settings, 18 to 34 women in a relationship, run to your website, and this should work well. Give it time, give the algorithm time to spend your budget, and hopefully if you did everything right, you should start getting purchases. And then I always have this reach people beyond your target detail targeting selection, because once again, coming back to the power of the algorithm, I truly believe that the algorithm knows much more, right? If there's a potential buyer that the algorithm knows is going to buy right now, or is most likely to buy, and but it doesn't fit your detailed targeting, then you're missing out on purchases. So you want to have this on. I always have this on for all of my ad sets. And then placements, automatic. I keep all of this the same. And that's it. That is literally it. All right, so if you enjoyed this tutorial and you found it helpful, because I really took the time to record it, then please make sure to give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more content from me like this, then make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, click the notification bell, and let me know what you think about this video. Was it helpful? Was it not helpful? Do you want me to cover any specific things more in detail? And let me know how it went for you. Did you give this a try? And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And make sure to add me on Instagram as well. And thank you so much for watching, and till next time.